So, Ducati Desert X. It's an adventure bike, obviously, but for most people that have adventure bikes, they don't have the time to go on a big adventure, Africa, travelling around the planet, anything like that. That doesn't mean you can't have adventures. So the plan for me and the Desert X is to have a weekend's adventure. We're heading on a ferry tonight, going to France. So, after the overnight ferry from Portsmouth to Car, I headed across the Normandy coast, visiting the 5 landing beaches from D-Day. Juno Beach. Slightly more peaceful than it might have been back in 1944. And then further west across to Mont Saint-Michel. It was really busy, couldn't get there, but managed to find some little lanes that I took the Desert X down to get the picture that I wanted for the feature in the magazine. And from there, decided to make a run south, see if I can find some sunshine. Bit of auto route, bit of cross-country discovering. Ended up on the Royan back ferry, which headed across to the Medoc National Park, which is where I found this beautiful campsite. There's loads of campsites like this around here, and some beautiful forest, pine forest that has this amazing aroma. I went for a little walk, found a beach, which was nice, but now it's time to get moving again. So I left the campsite this morning near Cap Breton on the west coast because rain was forecast, and it appears that it's actually just caught up with me. So I left as it was raining, expecting to outrun it, so I didn't put my water boots on. Got soaked in the first 15 minutes, then put my water boots on. So anyway, travelled through a lot more forest area, flat, forestry, amazing scenery. Until at one point, after about an hour or so, across the big river, which never forget, the scenery changed quite significantly. There's lots of vineyards, and as you can see, we're outside a vineyard right now, and the rain's catching up with us. So, time to move on a bit further, find another campsite for tonight. So, pulled over at the side of the road to put my waterproofs on. It was about to start raining. I'm now heading between Limoges and Nantes. I stayed at the campsite just outside Limoges. I went to Oradour, an incredibly moving place. I'll show you some footage, to say not a lot else. Incredibly moving place. So I've got up this morning, weather forecast was not so great, so I decided to keep moving north, heading on towards Nantes, moving northwest and back up towards Normandy. hopefully trying to avoid the rain showers. Desert X has been amazing. It's tall, it's comfortable, big punchy motor, some decent wind protection from that little screen, tends to keep all the buffet in the wind off chest from face and the weather as well. Knees are about in the wind a little bit in the wet. Pirelli tyres have been great, brilliant road tyres, perhaps not suitable for the sort of terrain that the Desert X name suggests. And on the little bit of sand I sort of experienced on the Normandy beaches and through some of the fire trails in the forestry, perhaps a little bit sketchy, not quite knobbly enough, but certainly good enough to go exploring a bit off-piste. I've done quite a bit of that, not to the extreme of the Trans-European Trail, because I've not found any of that yet, but a few fire roads through forests and some little cut-throughs that have just been good fun. 21-inch front wheels really helped with that, really good for confidence off-road, still great on-road as well. Perhaps slightly slower steering than some of the adventure bikes with smaller front wheels, but I actually prefer the big 21-inch. So, maybe it's not raining. Should I put waterproofs on? Got caught out yesterday, didn't put them on and I absolutely hammered it down and they got soaked. So I put my waterproofs on and then 5 minutes later the sun came out. So after half an hour of boiling the bag Dave, I pulled over and took my waterproofs off. Carried on, another 15 minutes later, it hammered it down again. So I stopped to put my waterproofs on, and then within 3 bends, the roads are bone dry and the sun was out again. So I don't want to get caught out with that again. So it's either waterproofs on and they stay on, or waterproofs off and I suffer the consequences. Yeah, let's see what happens, eh? So I left the campsite bright and early this morning for my last day. Long haul north to try and avoid the rain. Let's see, failed miserably again. So I'm now up by the Normandy beaches again. Hopefully have a chance to look into some of the museums that I missed the other day because I was in my rush to head south for some sunshine. Clocked about 300 miles today. Really good. Did a lot of auto route and peage. Desert X was brilliant. Trolling along quite happily at 85 mile an hour. I'm really comfy with it. Averaging 57 miles per gallon, something like that. Yeah, 57 miles per gallon. The tank range, when you fill it up, it says it's got about 236 miles to go. And 200 miles is about bob on, about right for the seat comfort. You're ready for a break then. And ready for a coffee. The service stations have got loads of coffee machines. There's at least 11 in every service station that I've stopped at. So you can always get a coffee, and it's good coffee. So that's about it. My battery's going to run out, my memory card's going to be full. Before it fills up, there's just a couple of things I need to say.